and Betty is another dice roll deck. If you go second, you like beat everyone. If you go first, you're there.
Yeah, that's true. If you, I think like not playing any of the top 3 decks is risky, but I'm happy to be proven wrong. Not really. I'm not happy to be proven wrong. Saying this for the chat. Just play emo. I need like I want if I am in Düsseldorf, I want 10 emo mirrors. Just don't annoy me with random decks.
And then you're gonna go 10-0. I
Maybe.
played a game the other day. I got hit with unblockable 9 cost Zoro.
Oh.
I just wanted to die.
Yeah, red green Luffy, for example,
Yeah.
with this Sanji or like Jambe. It's kind of crazy.
Emu does win the dice roll, so
Already off to a bad start for Ace.
maybe. If Ace doesn't have a win, I'll play Ace next week and we'll give it a try.
Oh, you're confident.
I just hope I can win my dice rolls.
Just get some weighted dice or something. It's fine. Okay, but
Yeah, you want me to roll? I'll roll the green one for me, but you can have the red one.
you got out of the 9K swing with event and 1K.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that one.
I think it's too early. Like you're kind of playing around pudding stuff, and you want to stay
Yeah.
healthy. But I think the 9 I would just take it because like the turn after you're probably gonna get hit with 7, and then you can go out of the 7 with the event. But now that he had to play Sharia to find the play, I guess maybe that's the reason. Because if he takes the life and then he also has to play Sharia this turn to even find the 4-drop, then he won't have it on. So in that case, I like countering.
But you might find the. Well, you didn't take the work rate, so we might actually just have a Saturn anyway.
Yeah.
Right. But like your top first life could also just be a 4 cost. Like on the going second curve, when Ace does this, I do just like to take always. Yeah, we had the Saturn. Oh. Yamato. We did see Marcus Mars being added earlier.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like here, if we're taking the 9, then
Yeah, I
like we're taking
mean,
the 9, taking the 7.
yeah, I mean, if we had 2K, 1K, and then we take the first one, 2K, 1K, this one, also 2 cards, but we keep the event. It's hard to tell with the without knowing what's in the hand if like doing the event 1K was correct.
As Ace, would you ever swing into the Saturn next turn when it's
No,
rested?
no. I think you always go face.
But it's gonna get buffed by Jupiter next turn, right?
Yeah, but like I think you don't wanna. Like I think you wanna get them to 2 life, best case.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't wanna swing at the Saturn.
Everyone keeps telling me to play Ace because it feels like it's the type of deck I would enjoy.
Yeah,
Just
and
turtle every turn.
Traich said he thinks he top decked the Saturn for turn, so then it makes sense because, like,
Yeah,
if you event 1K because you know you're gonna play Sharia to find the 4-drop, then then it makes sense. But if you top deck the 4-drop, then yeah. But we couldn't
yeah,
know.
for sure.
You couldn't have known before that. So I think it's correct in
Well,
that
maybe if we played the
moment.
Emu sleeves, we could know, but
Yeah. Amir would have known. Amir would have known. But yeah, so far all like everything's going like we wanted to go. Like we have the Mars for Yamato, but like this nine's really like unfortunate. At least we
yeah,
get to
we'll
play Marco,
play
but
Marco.
But yeah, I think this 9, like it will always be at face, right? You want to force out like some counter or the block because
Yeah.
like if it's 9, it's Saturn. I would just let it die.
I don't actually hate blocking here, to be honest.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
We
I
can
like.
pop
I
up
would never
the turn
take.
next
I
turn.
would never take. I hate going down to 2 against ace. Like it's okay. Like 2 isn't the worst, but if the game drags on for like one more turn and later on you only have 2 life and then they squeeze in like an extra 10 cost, then your odds of dying to Roger are quite high. So I
Yeah.
like staying at 3. But like like not blocking here makes sense because of the Jupiter. But if I had like event 1k here, I would give him event 1k here, or like let's say you have the guard point in 2k maybe.
What are your thoughts if we just cut the guard point altogether in this deck? It feels a little bricky at times.
Nah, you
Like
need it
there's
for
better cards that
matchups.
you can be
You
playing.
need it for matchups like these. Can't really cut it. Next set you have the crocodile event. That's a 4k. That
But that
also
that is
you,
broken.
that
More
card
even
is kind of insane. Yeah.
heard banless murmurs in January.
Okay. And the Shiroshi here, like Shiroshi is really good to recycle events. You lose a bit of value here because the ISO's still on the board. So, like if your opponent used the ISO here, for example, or played Jozo, you would have been very happy. But you
Yeah,
still,
usually I like to Shirahoshi when the opponent straight after the Jozu
mm,
coming down.
it's still fine. Like if your hand is quite healthy, you're happy. Like you know, it's okay. And you recycle the events, which is important. But yeah, if ISO wasn't on the board, then Shiroshi would be really good.
Yeah, the Shirahoshi just sometimes feels really insane. You know, like you sometimes get to block a big swing and you get a card out of hand, which is like it helps with lethal mass a lot. I find. Oh, oh, oops.
Okay. So it goes down to 1 life here, takes life with the effect, which makes sense. Your opponent has like a really big board here.
ARJ is playing one copy of the unblockable event. I think is what that event is, which is interesting.
Yeah, unblockable is surprising for sure. And especially now that like all of our top cuts are open decklist, if you play like a random one of your opponent has to respect it at like most times because they know you're gonna run it, like that you run it.
Yeah, I actually quite. I'm a fan of what's the event called? Uh, the Boa event, the plus 4k bounce something back. Slave Arrow.
Slave arrow, yeah.
Yeah, I actually don't hate that card in Ace.
But what do you bounce back? Because like you only
Whatever
have
Zoro is swinging at.
the Zoro. Oh, for that matchup, yeah. For that matchup is
Yeah,
good, yeah, for sure.
like they swing at like anything, you just bounce it back and you stall a turn. I think if you resolve a Slave Arrow, the game is basically over.
Yeah, for that matchup, it's good for sure. But radical beam, like even is like a more flexible,
Yeah, I
like
wouldn't play
sliver.
Radical Beam
You
to be
wouldn't?
honest. No,
You're that
not in,
confident in the Zoro matchup?
that's what the Slave Arrow is for, right?
Yeah, but like the radical beam just fits better overall into like everything that's not Zoro. But maybe yeah, maybe sliver is the secret spice that you need.
Yeah, you gotta be spicy with it. It's quite annoying for to me that a lot of deck like tournaments are open deck lists in Top Cut. You
Yeah.
you don't get away with like weird deck building as much anymore.
Yeah, it depends. Like it still helps you in Swiss. And if you play something weird, quote unquote, your opponent, like let's say it's a weird one off, your opponent knowing that you have it in deck also means he has to respect it. Like I thought about when I played Law in Utrecht, I thought about playing a one of Luna because Perona can find it. And
Yeah,
like imagine your GP or something and then you see my deck list and it's one of Luna and you're like all the time, every time you play, you're just scared.
yeah. But the problem is like if you're a blue deck, you always have to play pudding, right?
Yeah.
In a format where pudding is good, you always have to play at least one. right? You can't just be like, oh, my opponents will be scared of pitting, so they'll play around it. But now they know I don't have it, right? There is 2 copies of Stussy in Traich's deck. I know you're not a fan of that card.
Yeah, I mean, like we play emo quite different in general. I think we have different. Uh, like we play the mirror different. He has a different deck list than I have. Of course, I'm correct. He's wrong, but nah, he's a great player. Like I think both is like there's good arguments for and against it. If you think that your deck is good enough to win mirrors on its own, and you're good enough to win mirrors on your own, then like Stussy can help you win those matchups like Roger. Like Roger without Stussy is really difficult. But
I think Roger's got to be my least favorite deck in this meta. Like out of all the new ones.
it's the most. It feels like the most random one. Like it pops off like crazy, or it's like dog shit. It's like one of
Yeah,
the
like
two.
when you play against the Roger, like there's 60% of the chance they just see like triple rump, double 10 drop, and like everything else counter in like their top 15 cards. And then sometimes you just don't ramp and just die.
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
die like a dog.
It is. It is very random. But yeah, for those matchups, especially if we had like gotten promo Roger, then I would have considered her again. But like my main goal is like not to lose mirrors and not get high rolled by Zoro. That's the two things I have in mind. Because I feel like going first against Zoro is more difficult than like going first against Days. Because
Really?
if Zoro pops off, they just win. I feel like, and Ace is the biggest fraud deck ever. So
I played Zoro at locals today. I just high rolled both my emu opponents with like 3 copies of the restand Zoro, and it was just so disgusting.
yeah, like if the game opens with Mihawk, Zoro, Koshiro, it's really difficult, especially when Emo
Yeah,
has to go first and has to survive one more turn. And then I feel like stuff like Carlos, like an extra Carlos behind your 10 drop, you pop one of your buddies, you have Mars, Workery, and Carlos, can save you the day. So I like my list. But Susie is not the worst card. I just don't like it.
yeah. I used to play like 3 copies of it at one point. Now I've cut it completely. I just never find the time to play it. Had an epiphany that Emu was meant to be an aggro deck rather than mid range aggro deck rather than like a Lucci-esque control
Yeah.
deck. So after that, I cut all of it. Like slowly went down to 2, 1, and now it's on 0.
Yeah, now this spot is like really bad for Ace because you are at 0, you have 2 10 drops, but you don't want to swing your like new gates next turn because then you're close to like dying. So
I mean,
it's difficult.
you could always just play like Roger and keep your new gates active, right?
Yeah,
When I play, I do like to just park a Roger on the field. I know like a lot of people think it's like incorrect too.
I mean it's okay if your opponent plays Stussy. It's risky, of course,
Yeah, I
but
don't think you can really do it now anymore, right? If you go second, you definitely do want to park one. I think going first is a bit more dodgy to try to just park on something on the field.
yeah, like in this spot as Ace, I feel like it's hard to make progress because like if you go too aggressive, Emu just kills you. If you go too defensive, you're never killing Emu. So that's a weird spot to be in. But missing like a good buddy on 7 Don is also kind of crucial. Like swinging 9 and playing Marco.
Yeah,
It's not what you want to be doing. Yeah, takes a 10 drop. Might not even go. Like the game might not go to that 10 drop, but as long as you have enough counter, it's fine. Like Roger never kills you here. Only need to get off like out of 6 and
yeah, there's
12.
no way. We only have like 4 cards left in hand.
It's very unlikely. Like, of course, if you break, then you could die to Roger, but it's very unlikely.
I don't like. There's not a lot of outs, right? The out is maybe like swing both your big blockers and play double Marco, and pray it gets you there.
Yeah, that could maybe do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
plays
have
a
to go
Roger.
for it. Game over.
Yeah, the Roger turns are very predictable. You know, like exactly how much counter you need to survive them.
Yeah, especially like when you only need to counter out of 112, right? Like it's just so easy to do.
Yeah, but now Emo has to win going first.
Do you think it's as dice roll heavy as people say this
No,
matchup is?
no, it's not. I think regardless of curve, if Emo sees the pieces and plays correctly, it wins. Like I don't like. I
Oh,
think
really?
like I think Ace is a fraud deck. I think
Clearly we're playing different decks.
I don't know. Like I feel like if Emo just plays correctly and sees their pieces, like even it doesn't matter if Emo's one turn slower. Like I think it's like it's 50-50 at worst.
Oh wow. You think Emu has a winning matchup against Ace and Zoro? Then
That's a problem. Like I think Zoro going first is more difficult than Ace going first. But that's for sure a hot take. I know. Maybe skill issue. Who knows? But I think Emo going first is still very strong. Because
disclaimer: this guy said Betty was a fake deck.
I mean Betty is a fake deck.
I agree with that. I think Betty is a fake deck.
But the problem is that Jack is talking about OP11.
No. I agree. I did agree in OP11.
Yeah.
I was not. I just don't like aggro decks in general. I think a lot of aggro decks are pretty bad.
Yeah. But like I think Emu is too strong. Like if you see your pieces and you play correctly, you win even going first in this matchup. Because Ace doesn't really like okay, you play the 10 drop one turn later, but Ace is not like the fastest deck ever. So all you need to do is stay a bit more healthy because Ace has more time to play 10 drops. Basically, that's the whole
The
point
six
about.
cost Yamato can be a little annoying sometimes.
Yeah, that's like if 6 cost Yamato that comes down, that's annoying, but like no one's playing that card, so
Yeah, I don't know why people have started just cutting it completely. I think you should still play like 1 or 2 copies.
it's but like even 6 cost Yamato is like Jozo usually gets one swing in, and the Yamato also probably only gets one swing in if you have Nashjuro.
Or you just play it and keep it active, right?
Yeah, but then it's Jozo.
No, but you get the Dawn. You get an extra
Yeah,
Dawn.
that's yeah, but then it's not as impactful. And then yeah, Jozo draws your layer searchers back. So in that case, like the only reason when Yamato really I feel like really makes a difference if it swings and then doesn't die to Nashjuro, because then it gets an extra
Yeah.
swing. But in that case, like I said, Emo missed Nashjuro, which means like Emo only loses to itself. I think in this matchup, I think Emo doesn't lose to Ace; it just loses to itself, if
You're also
anything.
like if you try to defend the 3 Natsu 0, you're losing so many cards out of
Yeah.
your hand as well.
And like if Emu losing to itself is like pretty difficult with how consistent the deck is. So that's why I'm like saying Ace is a fraud deck.
Ace is pretty consistent too, like
Yeah. But I'm saying if both players see all their pieces and play correctly, I think like Emu going first is still like at worst it's
yeah,
50-50. And now look at this turn. Like ARJ missed one turn and it already like feels like Emu is in a good position
yeah.
because
For
there's no
me
Marco.
personally, I would never take Ace to an event. I don't think like it's ever in the question for me. Um, it's just too linear. Your opponent can kind of predict what you do.
Yeah, I mean that's with a lot of the decks right now, right? Like Roger.
Yeah, but it's also like not brain dead enough, like Zoro, that I can just like cruise past the event. So like you either play like the deck that requires the most skill, or you play the deck that requires no skill.
Yeah,
You know,
Mary, do you want to leak what you're playing next week? Because Jack is asking.
I'm playing UP Luffy. I can leak you the list later, but no, not on stream. But it's also like for day one, the regional, I kind of just give up. So I'm going to play UP if and for the Treasure Cup day two, if I do bad day one, I'll play Emu. Because there's more on the line for the Treasure Cup.
That's true, that's true. But yeah, I really like the position for Emo here. Like we missed Marco, so we didn't like there's no 6-6 or something coming here. We don't need to mass like we don't need to mass the Marco or something. We get out of the swing quite easily. And then now there's Marco coming. Like that's what I mean. Like I feel like if Ace misses the pieces in the matchup, it's so bad for Emu. For Ace. Why and like it's I feel like it's more likely to happen to Ace than to Emu.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't think we're in a bad spot as Ace here, right? Like your early turns doesn't really matter as much as long as we do have I am Whitebeard this next turn.
I don't know. I feel like
Like
the early
obviously, if
turns matter a lot because like the matchup, like if it gets to the late game and Emu's healthy, Emu wins. Like if this
I think
game
if
ends,
Mars comes down now to pop the Marco, I think we're in a bad spot.
yeah, like Mars now is probably GG almost.
But better find the eye, right?
Oh, milling 2 2Ks or an event. It's a bit annoying in the matchup. You want your counter in hand. Like you're milling 5K counter now.
This is gonna be 6/6 play Mars.
Or play
Oh
horse.
no, Mars, not GG's.
I mean, it's also good. You can just reduce the marker next turn. It just means you have to deal with one more swing.
Yeah, I mean, like for me, I don't even hate swing at Saturn. I would swing at the Saturn, like next turn.
I mean, if I'm playing like the Whitebeard event into Tank cost and I have 2 down on Marco and on the leader, I'm for sure swinging live with both. Because I feel like otherwise, like I would let the Saturn die and counter your other 8, and I'm very happy. Like I would
Yeah,
swing
I think
phase.
I think a lot of the time when people play Ace, at least I find that they're playing very aggressive compared to how I would kind of look at the deck. I kind of looked at the deck like a deck that's how many turns can I survive rather than how can I kill my opponent, right?
Yeah, but not against Emu. I feel like against most decks that's true, but like against Emu, if this game goes to like the 10 drop chain with Traich being on 3 life, the game ends. Like that's why I would go at life, yeah. I guess the only reason to not swing
I
the
think if you can
Marco would
play,
be that there's Nashuru on the board. Because now
yeah,
Nashuru kills the Marco with like a drive-by.
I feel like if you kind of if you play Ace and you have like if you can play 3 blocker beards or something before you 10 drop Roger, like you just win, right? And there are turns where like you just can't die if you have like 3 blocker beards and 2 Marcos on field. Like there's just no way you're dying.
Oh, Shiroshi value. And also now you get a lot of value from your Nashuru because the Marco's rested.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut 3 cards to save this.
Yeah, I don't think we do.
Yeah, now we're in a bad spot.
Yeah, now it's unfortunate. Like if we had Jozo on board here, at least we could pressure a lot, because with Jozo on board here, the Stussy play would be a lot less good.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it's we can't really punish it too much. If we get Emu to 1 life here, that would be pretty decent, but it seems unlikely. They could play like 10 cost with the event, and then you have 4 down on your leader. That could
Yeah.
work.
Or we can just play the 10 drop. I feel like EK probably gets you there most of the time. We did this card in the event earlier. Oh, and that's the unblockable event. And the other day that event was generic, which is scary.
Now he needs to read it. Like two tries. The unblockable. Yeah, no, but now this 8, if you have 2 2Ks, you're just giving him 2 2Ks, and
Yeah, if you don't have
I
two
mean,
2Ks, it's really bad for you.
and then you're in a, yeah, if you take this life, then it's gonna be difficult. Cause then you're on the clock. Now Roger can be like, now Roger's like really difficult to deal with, and like Archer still has like infinite cards in hand, so if the game goes on for like 2 more turns and then there's a Roger, then it's gonna be difficult. So 2K would be good. Last round I should have event plus 2K instead of double 2K, so I have the 2Ks this turn. I had 3 2Ks in one event. If I use the event, I can counter this and win. Yeah, going to 1 here is difficult because like the game's definitely gonna go for like 2 more turns, and then being on 1 life's hard. So if we had 2K here, I think it looks insanely good for you as Emu, and then if you don't have 2K, then it looks kind of bad.
Yeah, our hand is really big at the moment as well.
Yeah.
He definitely has everything, right? Like everything he needs. Or else those Izus would have been popped already.
Yeah. Izu's kind of crazy. Like just searcher and cycle for free. These new type of searches that do something else and like as extra are kind of good.
Yeah. If you attach 5 Dante, you can swing for 5 as well.
This
Like
can,
the 2K power less is just like not a big deal at all.
yeah. I mean, some are better than the like others. For example, if you play the 1 cost pudding, like it does like -1 when attacking. Look at top card from your opponent's deck. That doesn't come up too much outside from like purple cutter,
Yeah.
and even there, it's like you don't really use it because you always have the leader ability. But like in pudding, it's just a searcher with 2K less power.
Yeah. I mean you can use it once you hit 10, but
Yeah,
it's just
that's just,
not that relevant.
yeah, but Iso is crazy. Just more consistency, more draws, more cycle.
The Navy one in red is really crazy as well. It's just 3+1K.
Yeah, but this board state with 1 more life, we would be chilling. It's still not like horrible, but
Yeah, you gotta be like at least a little bit scared swinging into life now, since we are on 1 life.
yeah. But also
Right.
just like an 8 cost into like 9 cost Newgate turn, take life, go 10k lead, for example.
Yeah.
That would also just do it. That's so broken about the event. Just being able to take life, get plus 2k.
Oh, we're gonna take.
Yeah, I mean, he has a lot of cards to defend next turn. I don't think he plays Roger this turn. I mean, he could, but
Like what? Play Roger and just leave the blocker active, right?
yeah, I mean, you're not going for
Blocker
game.
beard is probably still better.
Yeah, you just need to survive this turn. The next turn, Roger likely kills. Yeah, that's why he plays the Newgate now. I mean, with this many cards in hand, you can probably like swing twice.
This is one of the few situations that like actually tax beard would be good. People have started culling it, but
No, tech speed here and you lose, right? Like,
no,
yes.
tax beard Attack speed would be insane. Like our hand's big.
But
We want
like Traich's hand
we
is
want our
also big. So if you like, you have a lot of cards in hand, but like Traich's
lose
board
them
will
all.
swing.
Guarantee Roger, right? I would like if you're attack speeding, you would leave the blocker active, right?
Yeah, but like, even then it's like 8k swings, and then you could even make some of the 9 or something, or if you have Nashchu. Like your hand would be, even though you have a lot of cards, your hand would be almost full counter for attack speed to work here. Because you can probably like untax, that's what I call it, all of them. Like he has more than 6 cards, probably 6, 7, 8 cards in hand to swing with this entire board. So I think the 9 cost Newgate is better than text speed.
I don't think we die though, right?
It depends how much counter he has. Like
Yeah.
usually when I look at the ace deck, they play so much non-counter because they excuse themselves for being able to pitch it off leader that half their hand becomes like non-counter. If you play text picked here, you're a 6k leader against like 5 8k swings, possibly like rush with like Nastro or with stage, you might die.
I suppose.
We call it Steuerbetrug in German. If you discard cards to attack after text speed. Tax fraud. Yeah, it is tax fraud. But yeah, now you have the problem. Like you couldn't go for game this turn, and then
We die to Roger.
yeah, I mean you have to get out of 6, 10, and 12 if you wanna survive Roger. So
I feel like we could even survive another turn, like with how big our hand is, if you really wanted to, but only if we have another 9 drop, right?
yeah, with the 9 drop we could probably. Without, definitely not.
Yeah, it's just guaranteed survival. I mean, I personally prefer turtling. Every turn that I can turtle, I will turtle.
The UP player speaking inside you. Ace doesn't have giant, so it's still more difficult. But yeah, you're not surviving Roger here. We saw that. Wait, is he pitching?
Pitching event.
Okay, so he
You
has.
were saying you do not have Roger.
I mean, he kind of leaked his hand, so we kind of know he has Roger. But
Yeah.
I think if you don't know that your opponent has Roger, then you're just playing as if he doesn't have it because you're gonna lose to it anyways, right? So you might as well
Yeah.
just
The
play
only way
like he
you win
doesn't
the
have
game
it.
is to not play around them.
Yeah. But like 6, like he has a, let's say we 2k 6, then 10 event plus 2k, and then we would have to got 12. It would be hilarious if that would work. But not after we attach that one. But yeah, it looks like he plays for another turn, which makes sense.
Yeah, just to guarantees it. I really like this here. I really like it.
Yeah, I mean, even though Roger likely wins, this probably wins even more.
Yeah, for sure.
Because even worst case, you could probably like leave your
I feel we should leave the
blocker.
blocker active, right? There's no reason to
Yeah,
swing with the blocker if we're gonna Roger next turn anyway. Like I kind of like just not swing with anything, to be honest, and just play Roger next turn. So you deny the draw of Warcree.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably better, but in that case, you're very likely winning regardless of what you do. But you're just playing the Newgate and passing turn. It's probably even better. Okay. Okay, I mean, we probably would have survived Roger. Like 6, you give 2k, 10, you give the event plus 2k, and then he had another event, which so he gets to 9, so only needed 2 more 2ks. Could be.
We're just 100% dead if we don't go for game, right?
Yeah, you have to go for him. Like, You just play the over counter a lot now, I think. You just go
EV and then
8-8,
all.
then you all in, yeah. I don't think you have like a different option. I guess like you could play for them not having Roger, but
It's unlikely, right? Like
I
we've been
mean,
through so much of the deck.
to be fair, even if you like without Roger, could still be dead. Like we saw a lot of events go to trash already.
Yeah, we even discarded one earlier.
Yeah. So yeah, the best option is probably just all in.
But you kind of know that the all-in's not going to work because the blocker beer swung, right?
I mean, your opponent could be bluffing too. Maybe he has only breaks, but yeah. I mean, at this point, you likely know that you lost. There's also stuff like pudding or something that could hit him still. Like imagine you like even if without Roger, if you play 10 drop and get puddinged, maybe you're still dead. Yeah, we need to heal the event in emo. How it
Bro,
goes.
imagine the EBO1. I want to live.
Yeah. If we could run that, I would. They really cooked on that leader restriction. I feel like when playtesting, they realized there's too many events emo could run that are broken. Like
Yeah,
imagine Black Vortex in emo. This whole Roger problem wouldn't exist.
yeah. You
Just
just need to counter the one Roger and then you have blockers.
yeah.
Go insane.
Yeah, I realized there's only options going all in, but uh, I think he probably calculated that he is going to survive.
2K, 2K. Oh my god.
And then he had 2 breaks.
We still had leader effect left, right?
Yeah, we could have leadered here as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
still the EZO.
yeah. Black Vortex in this deck would be insane. Would also be very annoying. I guess in the mirror it doesn't really come up because your opponent probably tapped out. But if your opponent wouldn't be tapped out, let's say they play one turn of just blockers and stuff, leave Don up, then they could negate your Jupiter.
Yeah, negate Jupiter to all become 5Ks.
Yeah, deck would go from best tech to even more best deck. Yeah, now Emo gets to go second again.
Yeah, going second is almost just like an auto win at times. But
Yeah, I mean, I think Ace going first is like the complete opposite of Emo going first. Like, Emo, I think, can win going first. I think Ace going first, just not a deck.
Ace's biggest op.
I'm the biggest Ace non believer, maybe. Someone needs to really clap me on the deck so I actually like respect the deck at least a little bit. Like, it's strong, but like, I'm an Emo glazer.
Is there a reason why you like the deck so much? Because I know you're a big fan of Reiju as well.
I feel like this Rajo comparison doesn't really work. Like it's just the 10 drop that plays stuff from trash.
It's
But
just a dodge, right? Like,
it's just like the deck.
and then the what's it called? Ethan Baron is kind of
Yeah, I mean he's Ichiji.
right.
Yeah. First time Rene and I agree on a deck. I mean we don't exactly agree on its playstyle a bit, or at least at card choices, but yeah, the deck is for sure. That's
Mario
fine.
Tama is never great.
It's fine. We play different versions, but we get first and second at Düsseldorf, so it's fine. But he gets second, of course.
Just hope you don't lose to Nies at Dusseldorf. Or or
See?
monumental
Wow.
crash out.
Now I wanna flame him in chat. He says, can't wait to play you in Park Tenkos. If you play a Tenkos in Mirror and the opponent Stussies it, your opponent is bad. Because I feel like if you Stussy your opponent's 10 drop, that's not even a good play. Like if I have Stussy in my hand and my opponent plays a 10 drop, I'm not Stussying the 10 drop. I'm playing my own 10 drop.
You're just playing your own 10 drop and using effect, right? And then when the 10 drop swings, you just block.
Yeah,
Block rock hard.
yeah, like playing Stussy,
Like,
you even though you play Stussy, your opponent, if he has a second 10 drop, still resolves their 10 drop first. So your opponent has big tempo, and then your Stussy just gets workery blocked and then dies to your own 10 drop. So
yeah,
all
exactly.
you did was lose tempo. The only
The trade
way,
off you get to have Dawn up the next turn because you don't need
yeah,
to play a 10 drop.
the
Yeah, it's just.
the only punish would be if, like, let's say you play Stussy and your opponent doesn't have a second 10 drop, I guess, but then you get then your opponent's just trolling. But yeah, if we had the Roger promo, then I would be a Stussy believer, I think. It's like Roger is so annoying.
Yeah. I also don't think a lot of like good players are going to be on Roger, to be honest.
No. Like Stussy.
All the good players are going to be on Emu anyway.
Yeah, Imoue, Ace and Zoro. Although Zoro. Just play Emu. Yeah, but now it's looking a lot better. We have a good play, like Yamato. Hopefully we don't have to swing 9 next turn as Ace, like game 1. We do have the mass for it. So
Mars
good.
every time, man.
I am telling you, the deck's consistent. Oh yeah, the most useful card in the matchup, Atmos. I wonder how different the meta would look like if emo characters could be removed.
If emu characters can be removed, then like I don't think this deck would be as strong as it is.
I mean, it's
Like don't get me wrong, like
slightly
Soul
weaker, but like you play a 10 drop with 5 buddies, who's gonna remove that? So like your early game would be a lot weaker, of course. And you would be a lot more vulnerable to like some stuff, but I mean, deck would still be broken.
like Lucci will still be in the format, right? Like decks like Lucci and Teach will be really good if your characters can actually be removed.
Mm.
Like Lucci going second just parks their own 10 drop, and yeah, what can you do?
Yeah, then it would be bad. And like one Lucci is just like Lucci broke and your entire board is gone. But yeah, Teach would also be a lot better if you could remove emo characters.
Yeah, Teach. I think Teach and the Emu is actually fine. I don't think that matchup is terrible.
I mean, I played it a bit, but it's for sure emo favorite. Like going first as Teach, you don't win. Going second, you
Going
can
first
win.
is gone. Going first as Teach, you're gone. Going second, if you don't see stage, you're gone. If you don't play Burgess on 4, it's gone.
Yeah, like the
Like,
blocker Turbo Burgess variant, if you go like second and stuff, then it can work, yeah, but going first as Teach into emo, you're just losing.
yeah, it also doesn't feel like the skill level of Teach, right? Like Teach used to be like a very skill intensive deck.
It depends
But
with which set. Like OP9 Teach was a lot of skill. OP11 Teach and 12 Teach I would say was quite skillful. But the OP
Teach is not skillful.
but the version they played in OP10 with like full blocker, full Burgess Turbo, that was not skillful. That was the most brain dead deck
We're
ever.
playing now, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of the version we're playing now, and it's just like not skillful, which is
Yeah.
not fun.
Okay, but we do see like a more reasonable curve this time for Ace, but we also see the Shiroshi after the Jozo turn I was talking about, which is quite good because now like you have to hit into it. I mean, you could ignore it for one more turn, but then it also just rips one more of your cards. So
I mean, that's your like getting a card drip just doesn't feel good, right? I would always swing at it. There's just no way you leave
I
it.
mean,
If
it
you
dep
want to go event with Searcher, I guess, right? But
like next turn is 10 drop time. So this Shiroshi at best resolves one more time. And then let's say you play like the white bit here and you get like 2 down on Elida, 2 down on Jozu, then you just have to accept that the Shiroshi is gonna rip one of your cards, then you're definitely swinging live. Because all you do by swinging Shiroshi is trading cards, right? Like Shiroshi is gonna rip one of your cards, but if you swing at it, it also saves the Emu player card. So I think like going face here is okay. Like you're just
yeah,
ignoring the
you can go
Shiroshi.
9-9 lead and it feels pretty good
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, you're definitely ignoring this to see in this case. Also taking, which depends how much counter he has in hand, but I feel like I wouldn't take life here because Josu's probably gonna swing, and then at least one swing is gonna be absorbed by Josu. So you kind of have like a pseudo blocker in Josu. You have an active white bait, so that's a swing, and he only has 2 swings on board right now. So I think you're probably fine keeping the life where it is. But maybe he also just wants to draw.
Yeah, maybe we just wanted to go really big, but you can always just counter the 9 still, block the other one. And you have to assume that are just gonna just let the Juzu die this turn, right?
Yeah. Again, we have a Garb search. Garb is also so broken. Just basically just a film event or the music events as a searchable, like as a real character. It's kind of crazy. I know when the events were like revealed and everyone was like, "Oh, they're so crazy." I mean, we quickly realized like running a 2-cost non-counter event that only searches top 4 is not as crazy, but like on Garb, it's insane.
Yeah. When I played this, like the amount of time you actually miss off Izo is kind of crazy.
Yeah, but if you have a deck that doesn't care about like doesn't cares it of course you care about missing, but like missing as ace is not as bad as missing in some other decks because you already like draw so much you can make up for it. But still bad, of
Yeah.
course. Still hurts.
I also found out recently that Yamato wasn't a Whitebeard pirate. I just always assumed you could search it until someone was like, "Oh no, you can't."
I would Yamato be a whitebeard pirate?
I don't know. I've not watched the anime, so I have no idea.
You haven't watched it? Okay, that makes sense, I
No.
guess.
I just see like they all just always have it on curve, so I'm like, it must be a Whitebeard pirate.
Okay, so you purely love Carrot because it's a rabbit. You don't even like you don't care about the character. You just
Care
wanna
about the
and
character.
just animal abuse. That's all you want.
Hold on. That's a lot of allegations there.
I assumed at least you like it in the anime or the manga, but it's straight up just animal abuse. That's all it is.
No, I really like the voice actor. Yeah,
Ah, makes sense. Makes sense.
yeah. They should hire me for live action to play Carrot.
Yeah, yeah, but we kind of disregarded the game because it was
Yeah.
usually game 3. It's not as interesting anymore. Like this spot looks pretty much over. Like it, the emo player is like way too healthy in hand. Like the ace board is like kind of a joke right now. He had the answer for Yamato. Josu's
this
like a
this is a,
drive by.
this is as good as the esport is gonna get at this point in the game, right? So it's like normal to kind of feel like this, right? Josu plus blocker beard.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not good enough. That's why Ace is a fraud deck. We also don't have that many cards in hand. Like for this board state, like next turn, if you stay 6k leader, you're just dead almost. Oh, they're calculating the Don. But yeah, it was an 8k swing plus 10 drop plus 10 drop ability, so it's 5 non. And yeah, like he took 2 life. Like he took with the event and then he took an 8k swing. So he's quite low now.
You might have to kind of go for the miracle like event into uh
He is saving the Jozo though.
right event into 9 drop and just try to Roger to kill them. Like it's very unlikely, but
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, this, like, emo swings, whatever, just blocking it. Okay. I mean, the Jozo did survive, but, like, the Jozo gets in, like, a 7k swing, which is probably, like, gonna be, like, 1 card. So, it's not too impactful.
yeah, it's okay. Our opponent will brick.
I mean, sometimes that's what you have to play for. You have to play to win, not play to not lose.
Yeah.
So, I like protecting it. But yeah, I
We're only
mean,
a 6k, which is a little scary.
yeah, only 6k. So if this is like the 8k swing now is like the like radical beamed, and then Jozo swing is Valkyrie blocked, then you're gonna lose a lot of resources here. Okay,
Yeah, I would not like swing with this blocker beard is kind of the same thing as not swing with it, right?
yeah. It's the same. Like the Mars doesn't swing now, but you also
Yeah,
have
I would
one
I
less
would like
block.
to keep it active rather than
Yep.
swing with it.
Yep. That's the question. Do you care about the Jozo? You probably do, but you probably swing Nastro at leader and reduce Jozo, so then your leader swings at the Jozo.
Yeah, absolutely. This Jojo's definitely gonna die. I don't know. I would like to just let it die last turn, but me I just like to keep a big hand.
Yeah, you're the turtle.
Yeah, biggest one of them all.
The born UP player. Yeah, now like he has what 6, 7 cards in hand, but we have at least 3 8Ks on board, and there's still Nashua coming. We can double reduce the Jozo, and then like the leader swing could just take it out for
Yeah,
free. But we can also just ignore the Jozo altogether. If we know we don't die to Roger, then we could just ignore it.
yeah. I mean, like with Roger, you only need to counter a 12, a 6, and a 7, and our hand is probably massive at this point.
Yeah. Okay, so we are taking. Yeah, all we need to think about now is not die to Roger and we win the game, basically. Although, like, the 9 cost new gate still could be a bit problematic, like hiding behind 8k leader and 2 12k bodies, like blockers. You could
I
stall
mean,
out one more
double
turn.
Marco isn't even like terrible, right?
Yeah, it's not like completely won here. Still have to play for it. We need Merry Handcam. For what? Check. Elaborate. For 6 7.
Oh,
I still don't know what the meme means.
I think the point that is it doesn't mean anything.
Could be. Maybe that's why I don't know what it means. But I feel like I'm like living behind the rock. 7 minus
I
somewhere.
would just block this actually, make our opponent commit the Dawn.
Yeah, I mean, it depends how much like counter you actually have. Maybe you would be dead.
Yeah.
Well, unlikely. I think he still has leader. Although, would he have used the Otama in that case? I don't know. Maybe I missed the leader ability.
Nine beard.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Now it's, but you also like you have to be able to survive like an all in. So,
Yeah.
and if you swing like the yeah, if you swing this, it gets blocked because the extra swing doesn't matter. And then
Our
do you?
hand looks pretty healthy, right? Like there's a Thatch Tutas in there, a
Yeah,
Guard.
it's nice that he leaks his hand. It looks pretty healthy. Yeah, it looks like there's an Uta, a Thatch. You still have leader ability, but I'm not sure if I can see Roger in it.
Yeah, I don't think there's a Roger in hand, which is the biggest problem. Worst case scenario, we could block with the Nugi and just let it die to draw a card.
But yeah, it's 8-8, and then you could all in. But it's the question: would he survive that? How many cards does he have? 6, maybe.
I think you're definitely dead, right?
Like it's
If
8-8, 8-8, 15. You wouldn't survive, I think. So if you
yeah, not if
swing,
you don't have a Don up.
yeah, 8-8, 15. I don't think he's surviving. Maybe like is it 6 in hand? Like I can't tell. 6.
Oh no, double radical or never existed. Yeah, we must live, right?
Hmm. Yeah. Now what? Would you go?
If you have a 10 drop, you can live another turn.
How much counter do we need? We need to get out of 6, 10, and 12 if you want to survive the Roger. 6
Yeah,
and
you need to climb a 10 and a 12, right?
okay, 3 and so yeah, it was 6. Could we get off of 15 with 5 cards? 10, 12,
Yeah,
13,
we can.
15. Yeah, we can. Oh, with 4 cards? 10, 12, 14. Yeah, yeah. Math. Exactly. So if it's all 2Ks, then yeah, we
Yeah,
can.
and we still have our leader effect.
Yeah, so leader and 3 2Ks. Oh, for a second I thought he discarded that. That would be a flex. But yeah, 6 is easy to guard, 10 is easy to guard. We only need to get out of 12 as well. But if our hand is stacked over the events, we survive the Roger here anyways.
Still hard, right? I think we have 1+4. There's maybe I think there's 3+4s in the trash already.
Well, that would be difficult then, yeah.
Right? Can we top deck? Roger.
If we don't have Roger, we lose, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we top deck the Roger on.
So 6 is counted. Now we get the event and 2K. So now we get off 12. But we can take 112. So we can take the 112 and then we only need to get out of. Yeah. That's like
Oh,
GG.
yeah. Team. Oh, we did have a Roger in hand.
Wait, had 2 Rogers even, yeah. They top decked another one.
It was quite close. I think the where it went wrong was probably the turn that he took a life with Newgate, maybe.
I mean, it felt very aggressive. Yeah, you take life, then you took an 8K swing as well and protected the Josu. maybe that was definitely a turning point. Not on like I'm not sure if it's actually bad. Just it's very aggressive. But yeah, emo best deck in format.